Good morning, children. Today we are going to study about the next part of the lesson, that is work and energy. In the last class, we already discussed about the work, definition of work, equation of work done, and what are the conditions to say that work is done. So already we have discussed. So we have discussed about work is positive or negative, or in some cases, the work done is zero. All that we have already discussed in the previous class. Like, so equation for work done is W is equal to F into S. SI unit of the work done is Newton meter or joules. So that already we have studied. We have studied about the equation of work done, that is F is equal to, work is equal to F into S. Here F tells about force applied on the object. See, this is the object. We are applying a force on this. We are applying a force on this. So it is having a certain mass. Subject is having a certain mass. On this we are applying a force, and because of that, it changes its position. It changes its position. The position of the object has been changed now. This is position A position. This is B position. So here, displacement has happened. Displacement has happened. So that we have already discussed. W is equal to F into S. F tells about force acting on the object, and S tells about the displacement or the change of position of the object due to the applied force. So when the force and displacement are in same direction, the work is said to be positive. When the force acting on the object and the displacement is not, it is opposite in direction, it is called as negative. Understood? Is it clear? And when the force and displacement are perpendicular, when force is perpendicular to the direction of the displacement, then it is called, then the work is done is zero. All this we have discussed already. So next part of the lesson we are going to study about the kinetic energy. This also I told you in the previous class. In the last video we have discussed about this. Kinetic energy is nothing but energy possessed by the body due to its virtue of motion. Whenever an object is moving, it will have some kinetic energy. See, kinetic energy, you know that, like in any object, so all the matter is made up of atoms. Atoms are also in a state of kinetic energy. Actually, they will have certain motion in the object. So that motion only called as kinetic energy. So I told an example of the kinetic energy. Blowing wind. Blowing wind is example. Blowing wind is example. Flowing water is example. So you know that it creates a lot of problem. Flowing water during the flood and all, you know, flowing of water. Because of flowing of water, many of the natural calamities happens. Like, so that it tells about that kinetic energy is nothing but the energy possessed due to its motion. A rolling stone, a moving vehicle will have kinetic energy. Will have kinetic energy. So like that. So equation for kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. This is the formula used to calculate the numericals, to solve the numericals on kinetic energy. So let us derive derivation of equation. See here, a object of mass, a object of certain mass is mass of certain mass. A force is applied on that. Force is applied. A object of certain mass force is applied and it will displace. It will displace. Say when see, when you apply a force, it will have some kinetic, when it will have some initial velocity, which is represented by u. So when the force is applied, it will have, there is a change in velocity. Understood? It will attain a certain velocity, a constant velocity, that is v, that is final velocity before reaching the this position. Understood? So we know that according to equation of motion, according to equation of motion, we know that v square is equal to u square minus 2as. Understood? See here, when a force is applied, this object will have some initial velocity. After when it because of force it will displace. During that time it will have some final velocity. And when it comes to rest, the kinetic energy becomes zero. You know that. So if you rearrange this, it becomes b square minus u square is equal to 2as. So v square is equal to u square. So 2a. So s is equal to v square minus u square divided by 2a. This is the equation. This is the equation of one of the equation of motion. So when the object is displaced, it will have certain displacement. That displacement is nothing but s. S is equal to v square minus u square plus divided by 2a. So you know that F is work done. W is equal to F into S. If you substitute this S value here, what you will get? Or according to Newton's second law, we know that we have learned in Newton's force and Newton's law of motion. We know that F is equal to m into a. So we know that F is equal to m into a. If you substitute this value over here, we get W is equal to F. F value has m into a into s. S value we know that s is equal to v square minus u square plus 2 divided by 2a. So if you cancel out this both acceleration, you get m is equal to m into v square minus u square divided by 2a. See, work done can be written as kinetic energy. So work done, kinetic energy. So work is, see, to do any work we need some energy, that only. So K is equal to, we can write it as 1.5 into m v square minus u square. So remember this equation. Similarly, half into m. So v square is equal to, see, you know that initial velocity will be 0. So 0 square becomes half mv square. K is equal to half mv square. This is the equation. This is the equation for kinetic energy. So remember this equation. This is necessary for the further numericals what you are going to do in this chapter. So kindly go through this. If you have any doubt, can ask. So on this, some certain problems are given in our textbook. Just go through that and try to solve it. Tomorrow we'll see these numericals during the solving the exercise. Is it clear? So I hope there is no any doubt over here. Go through this. It's given in the textbook also. If you have any doubt, please call me. So next part of the lesson, we are going to study about the, see, before going to the potential energy, we have to see certain concept like, say, the kinetic energy of the kinetic energy depends upon the mass and velocity. Mass and velocity. Kinetic energy of the moving object depends upon mass and velocity. If velocity is more, then kinetic energy will be more. If mass is more, then kinetic energy will be more. So vice versa it is. Velocity is less, kinetic energy is less. Like that, you will see in the you will see all this statement. You can prove it by numericals. Understood? See here, I'll give an example. There is an object of mass 2 kg and the velocity is 2 meter per second. 2 meter per second. 2 meter per second. So then calculate it. Ke is equal to half mv square. So 1 by 2 into mass is 2 kg into v square. 2 into 2. So it will become 4 joules. 4 joules. Understood? Similarly, if you increase this velocity, it increases. Say mass 2 kg. If you increase the velocity by 5 meter per second minus 1, what it will become? So Ke is equal to half mv square. So half into 2 into 5 square. 2 1. So 5 5 is 25. 25 joules of energy is required. Say like that. For this statement, you can just see here numericals. Simple numericals it is. If we have solved here, that proves that if velocity changes, there is a change in kinetic energy. So this is about the kinetic energy. Next part of the lesson, we are going to study about the potential energy. So what do you mean by potential energy? Potential energy means what? Potential energy means what? Potential energy is nothing but energy possessed. Energy possessed by the body due to its position is called kinetic energy. Kinetic energy possessed by the body due to its position. So here it depends on the position. See, an object is lying over here. So we'll see. I'll give the example, then we'll see. Water stored in the dam. Water stored in the dam. The best example. The wounded wound the organ. Pressure spring. If you press the spring, so spring when you press it, doing that, or you know that watch, wristwatch will have key. Here we have to wound the spring of the wristwatch and set wristwatch, wounding of the way, wounding. Or you can tell that rock on a hill will have potential energy. Like when the object, this is the floor, an object is kept on the floor. Here the energy is zero, because see, potential energy depends on its position. If you change its position, this is the A position, this is B position. So this is the floor. On the floor you are keeping an object, and you are just lifting that object and keeping it at height, certain height, like 2 meters. Then it acquires kinetic energy now. Kinetic energy. It acquires potential energy. Understood? So this is the potential energy. So potential energy is also termed as the energy present in say here we are working against the gravity. So we are just lifting that object against the gravity, and that potential energy is known as gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy, because we are lifting that object against the gravity. That's why. So equation of potential energy is mgh. So here m tells about mass of object. This will have certain mass. Okay, everything there. So we are lifting it against the gravity. G tells about gravity, acceleration due to gravity, and h tells about height of object, or height at which the object is lifted. That height it is telling. So it is a product of kinetic energy, product of mass, acceleration due to gravity, and height of the object to which it is raised. Understood? So this is about the. See, when the object is lifted, we are putting a force. See, when the object is at the ground floor, we are just lifting it. I am lifting this chair. So this is a chair. I am just lifting it from here. See here. So I am lifting it. I am putting a force which is equivalent to the gravity of that object towards the earth. So opposite we are lifting it. So see, when you are lifting it, the gravity also pulling that object towards downwards. Downwards it is pulling. When I am lifting any object, downward force is downward force is acting. That is the gravitation force. So we have to put a force which is equivalent to the gravity, so that we can lift that object. So this is about the potential energy. So we'll see the derivation of potential energy. So we know that W is equal to F into S. So when we know that according to the Newton's second law, we know F is equal to M into A. See, when we are lifting the object to the certain height, we are putting a force opposite to the gravity. That's why we write it as F is equal to m into g. We have learnt it in gravitation chapter. Learnt into gravitation chapter. F is equal to m into c. So if we apply this, if you substitute this value to work done equation, what you will get? W is equal to F into S. So F is equal to m into g. Already we know that F is equal to m into g into S. So S tells about the displacement. Here we are displacing. We are just lifting that object and we are displacing its height. So we are raised this height that S can be written as h height to which it is raised. The object is raised. That's why we can write that potential energy is equal to mgh. This is the derivation of the potential equation for potential energy. Is it clear? So we have studied about the potential energy and potential energy as well as the kinetic energy and their equations. So if you have any doubt, please ask now. So we'll do some numericals on that. If a 5 kg object 5 kg object is raised to a height of 2 meter. Calculate work done against the force of gravity. Work done against force of gravity. See here. What is the statement says? Against the force of gravity. Because we are lifting a 5 kg object raised to a certain height of 2 meters. We are raising that object of 2 kg mass to 5 kg mass to certain height. That is certain height is how much? 2 meters. When we raise that for 2 meter, what is the work done against the gravity? We are doing the work against the gravity. So gravitational force is pulling that object downwards and we are just lifting that object upwards. So what's the data? So given data, for the given data, that we are doing. So they have given m is equal to 5 kg. They have given the height 2 meters. We have to calculate the potential energy. So PE is equal to mgh. M is how much? 5 into 10. G is constant. So G is acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity means what? So you know that acceleration involved when the object is falling from the ground, falling toward the ground. So acceleration involved. See, whenever the object you throw it towards the ground, so because of gravity, there it gets an acceleration. It gets an acceleration. That acceleration is called as acceleration due to gravity, which is represented as g, and it is always constant to all the object we have studied in gravitation chapter. That so height is 2 meters. What's the answer? So 50 into 2, so 100 joule, 100 joule. So actually it is Acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity is faster. That is 9.8 meter per second square. If you take that value, how much it becomes? E is equal to mgh. So m is how much? 5 into 9.8 into 2. How much it becomes? Let's calculate. Comes around 98 joules. 98 joules. P is equal to 98 joules. See here. So acceleration due to gravity. Here I have taken 10. Here I have taken 9.8. So 9.8 is the correct. Actually, I have taken 10 over here. So take 10. In some numericals they give 10. In some they give actually they don't give any values. You should take that time. You should take 9.8 only. When it is given in the data, you can take 10. Otherwise, you can take 9.8 only. So this is about the problems numericals on the potential energy. So go through the exercise. There are some more examples they have given here. Try to solve it. If you have any doubt, you can just you can call me or you can message me through the WhatsApp so that I can help you out. I hope it is easy problems are easy just because they have given some problem. They are also easy. Like example, one I will tell you. See, in text they have given one example like in page number 152. Page number 152, they have given one problem. The kinetic energy of an object of mass. Page number 152, third problem. You solve it, and if you have any doubt, you can ask in the next class. Solve it. So with this, we will end the class. Tomorrow we will see the conservation law of conservation of mass and the last concept of the lesson, that is power. Then we will see the numericals. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.